Hello, welcome to our kitchen. We've had so many requests for more detail and I'm going to answer your top questions. And just a reminder that there is a lot of the information that you guys asked about on our journal already. So we moved in here a couple of months ago and it was a very big rush, so we literally just started putting things in cupboards, and it's only now that I'm starting to work out where I exactly want things, but I'll show you around. So first of all, this is a bit of a drinks cupboard, and we deliberately designed this to be outside the kitchen and close to the dining table, so that if we do have friends over, we've got wine glasses and some racks for wine if we need it. And I've just recently put all our glasses and mugs here as well. I did have them on the other side of the kitchen, but I felt like it works better here, closer to the dishwasher. The thing about this cupboard is we have a big structural beam here, so we had to hide that within the cupboard, and I guess we turned it into a bit of a feature. So we've got some Decton here as a bench top, so it can be easily wiped if someone is pouring a drink in here. And then we've got lots of drawers down here for glasses and platters and things that we might not use every day. Same as up here, lots of platters that I don't use all the time. So this is obviously the hub of the kitchen, where I go from the sink to the oven and to the fridge, which is over here. And so basically the things that I use every day, I really wanted it to be in this zone here. So we've got dishwasher and the cutlery drawer, the junk drawer, which I'm not going to show you. And here we've got all the plates and bowls that we use every day. Now, a little tip here with these deep drawers is to design an inner drawer, which really does help to make the most of the space here. So these are lots of utensils that I use when I'm cooking right here. And we've got some Hafele knife holders as well. And again, living here and working out what I needed in the space, I decided that I did have the kids' plastics over here, but I've moved them here because I find it's really easy to unstack from the dishwasher, and this is a really good place for the kids to come and help themselves. What's next? So this beautiful Ilvi oven, lots of questions about this and whether I like it. I love it. One of my favourite things to do is cook for large groups of people. So day to day, we just use the smaller side. And then if we're entertaining, we'll use the bigger one. And then obviously if we had lots of people over, we could use them both at the same time, which we haven't done a lot of yet, obviously, as everyone's been in lockdown. And then under here, we've got this extra drawer for storage of all the shallow trays. Okay, and then in here, we have pots and pans drawers. And again, these are nice and deep so I can fit everything in. Got another one down here, and then I've got an internal drawer here again for things that I might need for cooking on the stove. Bins, I've always liked the bin being as close to the sink as I can get it. So we've got a bin and then recycling, and we've also got a pull-out compost bucket that we use every day. So lots of questions about this bench top. This is Decton. It's roughly 1.4 by 3.2 metres long, and this is 100 mil thick. So Decton is a man-made or an engineered stone, and it's made up about 20 different natural materials all compressed together within a matter of hours, as opposed to a natural stone that takes thousands of years. So it's super strong. I can put a hot saucepan on it, which feels weird initially, but I've been doing it every day pretty much for the past few weeks, and it's absolutely perfect. There was a lot of questions about whether it shows up fingerprints, and it doesn't generally until you look at it on a certain angle, and then you realise you need to wipe it down. What's next? The range hood is also clad in Decton as well, and this is a different material, liquid shell, which I love because it's got the texture to it. And in the light, we've got skylights up here, and in that light there's a slight gleam to it, which is really beautiful. And I've used this bench top here A few questions on that as well, as to why I used a different bench top here to here. And that is because I really wanted this 100mm thick bench top to be the standout feature, and I wanted this to tie in more with the range hood. So come on through. This cupboard here I originally had glasses and kids plastic in, and I've since decided to change this, it's not very full at the moment, into like where I keep the kids' craft and things that I want them to play with down here, and things that I might not want them to touch up here more so. Okay, I've got the freezer in here and the fridge in here. That's a job for another day, cleaning that. So this is one of my favourite parts about the whole kitchen, and it's these Haffalay pull-out pantries. So there's so much space for things in here, and literally as you open the door, it pulls out with you, and it makes it so easy to find everything that you need. So I've got all my cans here. I've got spreads here, baking goods, just our everyday pantry needs. And then in here, a similar sort of thing, I've got cupboards and then pull-out drawers. So again, I'm still working out where everything works best, but I'm finding that having all the plastics along here with bigger appliances like my slow cooker, which I use every second day in winter, in these pull-out drawers. So we're sort of moving into the butlers now, and we've got this corner cupboard which has a lot of space for storage, and the best solution for this is these Haffalay pull-out corner units. As you can see, I haven't filled it yet, but these are amazing because you'd otherwise be reaching around an awkward corner to get to things. And we've got some pull-out racks here for oils and spices. I'm thinking I might end up moving these out towards the oven a little bit more, but again, it's all just seeing what works for us. So into the butlers, and we have all our nuts and oats and things like that on display. We use these jars multiple times every single day, so I love having them on display here. And then around the corner a little bit more is where I hide all the not so pretty appliances like the kettle and the Thermomix and things like that. And then we've got a drinks fridge here, which is not something we use on a day-to-day basis, but when we're entertaining, that is so good for bringing in those extra drinks. And then we've got an Ilvi built-in microwave to the corner here. So that is the main tour. I'm sure I have missed a lot of questions. So what I'm going to do is a separate journal answering your top questions, and maybe give some dimensions for everyone to use on their own. So yeah, hit me with questions in the comments below, or tag someone who you think might find this useful.